All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's up, guys? It's Pick'em with HuddleGG, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Ragusa's power option run scheme. For those of you that don't know who Ragusa is, he's one of the most unique players you'll ever watch play this game, especially on the offensive side of the ball. One of the plays that he's perfected over the past couple of years is the power option play. For those of you that want to watch this live, we'll make sure to put Rag's streaming link in the description below, but for now, let's hop into this video and see why this play can be so effective. Now, power option can be found in a variety of different playbooks throughout the game, but for the sake of this video, we're going to be looking at the pistol strong slot power option, which can be found in Ragusa's Baltimore Ravens game plan over on our website at HuddleGG. Now, the great thing about this play is it's going to be very effective against zone and man coverage, but we are going to have to run it a little bit differently against each coverage, and we will talk about all of that here in this video. First, we are going to talk about how it's going to work against man coverage, specifically the cover zero meta like Spinner and Overstorm Brave. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to put power option as one of our audibles, and we're going to come out in a different play. Okay, I'm just going to come out on PA levels, and we're going to utilize a motion to really make this effective. Okay, what you'll see here is if they're in these cover zero style blitzes, the outside corner to the right is responsible for the fullback. Okay, now we could run power option to the right and get some good yards at times, but it's not going to be as consistent for us. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to utilize motioning this fullback to the left. When we do that, we're going to see if the corner follows him all the way across, as you see he does here. Okay, when we see that, it's going to tell us two things. One, it's going to confirm that they are in man coverage, and two, it's going to tell us that we now have the ability to create a numbers advantage to the right side of the field. Okay, how do we do that? We're just going to audible over to power option and call hike as quick as we can. And what you'll see is we're going to now be able to get the numbers advantage to the right side. And you can see we flip this out. And now at this point, it's really just a foot race down the sideline. We're either going to score or we're going to pick up a huge 20 to 30 yard gain on that play. Okay, if we go to the replay, what you're going to see is the motion here and motioning back and audibling back to power option allows us to get the numbers advantage to the right. Okay, what do I mean by that? If you see here, our fullback is now on the right side of the screen when we're calling hike, and the defensive back who's trying to cover him is still trying to run across the formation, but he's not quite there yet. So when we call hike, he's going to get stuck in the mud. He's going to get stuck with those offensive linemen, and now it gives us a 3-on-2 out here to the right side of the screen, right? Our quarterback just needs to make the read on this defensive end. If he collapses on our quarterback, we flip it, and now we have the fullback to pick up that second defender. And now, like I said, it's just a foot race down the sideline to see how many yards we can get. Okay, if we run this one more time to show how consistent it can be, like I said, we do want to motion this fullback to the left. If we see that corner go over there, it tells us that we do have the look we want. We're going to audible to power option, call hike as quick as we can. And now, like I said, we're just able to create this numbers advantage to the right side of the screen. Like I said, if we do get the edge here, we are able to take this all the way into the end zone for an easy one-play score. Okay, now, before we get into how this works for zone coverage, if you are new to our channel, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell to never miss any of our uploads that we put out throughout the Madden season. Okay, now, like I said, against zone coverage, we are going to run this a little bit differently. Okay, so if they're in zone coverage, there's going to be two ways we can run this. First of all, we want to look at if they're not pressed. Okay, if they're not pressed, you're going to see that the P icon, or the defender who has the P above his head, that's the guy who we're trying to read on the pitch. If they're not pressed, it's typically going to be on the defensive end on the play side here. Okay, now we can run this play, but what you'll see is it's so quick that we have to make the decision. It's hard to get any really positive yards on this because our running back is going to catch this so deep back in the backfield. Okay, if we go to the replay here real quick, when we have this guy on the defensive end, right, when he's the P icon, you can see that we have to make a decision so quickly of whether to flip it or keep it. At this time, when we catch this with our running back, we're 5 to 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and that's just too much ground to make up to get anything noticeable in the run game. Okay, so what are we going to do, or how can we fix that? Okay, what you're going to see here is we really want to try to focus on how we can get that P icon off of that defensive end. So what we're going to do is we're going to motion one of these receivers to the right. Okay, and if we look at this, the P icon's going to disappear for a second right there. It's not going to disappear. It's going to switch to a different player, I should say. okay? And if we motion him back, you're going to see that it's going to switch to that guy right there, and then it's going to give us a brief moment to call hike. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to keep this right trigger pulled after we motion the receiver, and as soon as we see that P icon switch to the linebacker, that's when we're going to call hike. Okay, what it's going to do is it's now going to tell our tight end the defensive end is no longer the pitch icon, you have to block him now, and it just gives us more time to make the read on the play. You do want to be patient with it, but what you'll see here, as soon as we see that disappear, we're going to call hike, and now we just have the time, a lot more time to make our decision. Right, and a lot of times you're going to see that you're going to be able to keep it with your quarterback in this situation, and really just try to find your way through the holes and pick up some nice easy yardage. Now, this one's not going to be as easy to break easy touchdowns like it was against cover 0, but that's simply because this is going to be a better run defense in general than a cover 0 would be. Okay, but you see here we're able to turn upfield and get a nice easy 4 yards. Okay, but we have a lot more time when we do it this way because that defensive end is not immediately crashing on our quarterback. Okay, so if we do this one more time, like I said, we want to motion him, push right trigger. As soon as that disappears or switches players, we want to call hike, and then we can turn it upfield with our quarterback and get some nice, easy yardage. Okay, this is going to be something that can be very consistent with us or for us, and it's going to be a way that we can attack these coverages for some nice positive yards each play. Okay, now like I said, when they are in zone coverage but they're pressed, it's going to be a little bit differently because now the P icon is going to be on that outside corner. Okay, and this is going to just have it play a little bit differently for us. Okay, now what you're going to do is we're not going to really motion anybody here, but when we call hike, we just want to really read that outside corner. Okay, if he goes after the running back, we're going to cut it upside with our quarterback. If he attacks our quarterback, we can either flip it or try to run around that defender. Okay, so you see here, he's going to do that. We're able to pitch that because we saw he played the quarterback, and now we're able to just take this for a nice easy touchdown as well because we had a really good numbers advantage to the right side of the field. Okay, if we run this again real quick against a zone style defense, you can see that again, we're really just reading that outside corner. Okay, if he bites down, then we flip it. If he doesn't, then we keep it with our quarterback. You can see we can get some nice positive yardage there. Okay, so if we go to the replay real quick, you can see that this outside corner is really our defender that we're looking at, right? So here, you see how he starts to run out to the running back? That tells us to just cut inside of him and now read our blocks, and we can take this for a nice easy 15 to 20 yard gain. Or 10 to 20 yard gain with our quarterback, and even sometimes more if you can get the edge. Okay, but you saw the play before. If he bites down on the running back, we would then be able to flip it and get a nice yardage there, or a nice pickup there with the running back as well. So you can see that we have options with this play against really any style of defense that your opponent is going to be running, but you do want to make sure you get into practice mode and understand what your reads are, what the appropriate motions are depending on the defense. But once you get those down, you're going to be able to break huge plays in the run game. If you've made it to the end of this video, odds are you're serious about becoming a better Madden player, and we're here to help. On our website at HuddleGG, $9.95 a month unlocks all of our full game plans created by some of the best Madden players in the world. You'll also have access to our private Discord where Madden pros will answer your questions and help take your game to the next level. Have a great day.